come on in and squeeze next to me with your 11-foot pole and your 3-ounce plug and cast it over my head. Well, he was, go down below me, so you're out of my way. So I sort of slip down below and cast, and I'm into 2 bass in a matter of minutes. Nothing big, maybe 15-pounders. I was happy, catch and release, life is good. With that, I'm changing over my bucktail to something a little different, see if I can get a bigger fish. As I'm changing over, I can hear the roar. And it's the roar of like a 7 or 8-foot wave. It was a bit of a rogue, and that sucker blew me off the rocks about 15 feet to the left, snapped my $300 pole in half. And I just sit there as I'm clinging to the rock. The one guy grabs for me, and I'm like, oh my God. And I'm bound, bruised, my pole snapped in half. I walk up from the bottom and I go, never again. Lesson to learn, number 1, safety on the rocks, be careful. So when I go to Montauk, I really do think differently than I would if I'm fishing my local wateries. So really practicing your local spots, as Kevin said, be good at something, even if that's a location, if that's about a bait pattern, if that's about something specific, really narrow your focus this year and be an expert at it. I'm not an expert at Montauk. I've had really good success there and I put my time in, but my thought process is much more a week of preparation for Montauk versus I can just get up in the morning and hit back Stony Brook Harbor, or get up in the morning and go hit Mauritius Inlet on my boat and not even think about it. I know where I want to be, when I want to be there. The sensation, I kind of just share that of getting knocked off the rock, that was a pretty crappy sensation, to be quite honest with you. I don't want to do that one again. Kids and family. So we talked a little bit about log entries. I hope I don't bore you, but logs are critical. I've started keeping a very detailed log since about 2000.
Can we see it?
What's that?
Can we see it?
No. But I'll read you one entry out of it because it's kind of fun. So there's some good tidbits in here, so if anybody's got a pencil, maybe you'll write some things down, you'll learn some stuff. I'm not going to spot burn, but maybe a little bit. So 11907 Montauk, north to end to south, back to north. And I was there with 4 of my fishing buddies. We call ourselves the North Shore Surf Rats for some great kooky reason. We're not a club, but we think we are. Light and variable wind, Thursday evening in the AM, east-northeast AM, 10 to 15. Sea conditions very clean. Tide and current, ebb on the north, flood on the south. Pressure dropping. Time of day, basically around the clock. Moon phase, new. Fish caught, lots of fish. Couple keepers, really good day of fishing. Bait used, black darters at night, mixed during the daylight. So Danny and I get to Shagwan Point around 8:30 p.m., scout at the beach to find a nice school of keeper bass feeding in the back between the rocks just west of the point. Bite started right after high slack and went for an hour or so, then died. Scott and John, my 2 other friends, arrived just after it ended. Bummer for them. We fished until midnight, then took naps, got up here and there for some casts. Sunrise, we headed to the south side for some rock hopping during the flood. Lots of short bass. Took a walk over to the point. Crazy as usual, decided to pass on that. It was too crowded. Then we went to the sandy beaches. Scotty landed a 10-pound bass, missed a few fish, and then we headed into town to eat some pancakes. If you go to Montauk, you gotta eat pancakes, guys. Just so you know, it's part of the trip. It's part of our whole experience anyway. Headed back to Shagwan for no action. Did see an ice keeper, blah, blah, blah. Also, as always, another great trip with my hardcore fishing friends combined with a great day off from work to make it even better. Nice to have a wife that respects my hardcore fishing habit, lets me fish so much. Life is great, nothing beats being a Long Island surfcaster. So the message here is there's lots of technical information, but your logbook is also a journal, and it's kind of a storyline in your life. And one day my son, who's an avid surfcaster as well, will get this book. Not you, Leo, you're never going to get the book. But he'll get the book, and not only will he learn a lot about fishing, but he's going to learn a lot about his dad's life. And I think that's another aspect to the importance of fishing. So.